Hey guys, welcome to this brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about how to make a pitch deck, the ultimate way to get investors for your startup. A pitch deck is going to be something where you're putting all your sell material for your startup in there. So in the same way that you're using Miro to brainstorm, put your business plan, everything that you're creating in relation to the startup that you're brainstorming or that you're executing, you're going to want to put that in your Miro board. The Miro is for you and for your team. Okay? It's not for investors to see. It's not for employees to see. It's really for core team members. This is where the sauce is being cooked. Right? This is where the chicken is grilling. All right. So this is where you're going to be working on your business plans, on your concept parts, on the mechanics of the application, right? On the long-term vision of what you want to do. This is all going to happen in your Miro board, right? But then a pitch deck is something that you're going to show to new users, employees, and to investors. So you could think of it as Miro is everything that you have in construction, and then your pitch deck is everything that you have that is completed, and also your projections for the future. So everything that's financial or everything that has to do with the size of the market is also going to be in your pitch deck. The number one priority of a pitch deck is to be able to gather investors, but it's also going to be really good to get new employees and also to share it with new customer or people that just joined your community. Today, I want to show you guys the beginning grounds of my pitch deck. My pitch deck is not fully completed, but I think this is going to give you guys some inspiration to start your pitch deck and kind of give you some guidelines onto how to do it, right? So your first page is the brand of your company. Now, don't be worried if you don't have a brand name. If you don't have a brand name, that's okay. At Vendor, we didn't have a brand name for a very long time. Then we changed it about 3 times. Your brand name is just going to be something that's always evolving, right? So don't be too worried if you don't know which name you want to choose, or if you don't have a name at all, just put a placeholder name. Think of the best thing you can think of right now. Look on Google if it exists. If there's nobody in your market that has the same name, just roll with it right now. If you really cannot come up with anything, just go on ChatGPT and ask it for brand names, right? Now, if you don't have ChatGPT 4, it's about $20 a month. You could use 3.5. You could say, give me 10 brand names for a tech company making an app for learning to read, right? And ChatGPT is just going to give you some placeholder names. Google them, see if they exist, choose one you like, and you can just use this one in the meanwhile. So you're going to want to put your brand name and a tagline that really communicates the message of what is your app's purpose, right? So for us at Vendor, it's out self-develop everyone, right? Because this is what the app is for people to come in there and self-develop themselves in health and wealth. And so this is our tagline, out self-develop everyone. Now, the next page you're gonna wanna have, and you'll start seeing my lack of artistic skills here. These images were done with ChatGPT. Also, if you have ChatGPT 4, you can use DALL-E to create some images. That's going to be super helpful to you. So what is whatever name you chose? What is it, right? So for us, it's a new innovative approach to personal development, right? That's what we do. And then I put a little bit more in details here because the first line is going to say the essence of what you do, but then you want to say, what is it actually? So for us, it's a randomized video chat application for driven people, right? And then here I put a little roadmap of what we're doing, right? So our prototype is going to be to help people with sales training. Then we're going to move to all types of wealth creation. So it could be drop shipping, could be anything that generates money, so wealth. Then in our next version, we want to go towards health and most precisely alternative health. And in the future, we want to release more. On your third page, what you're going to want to do is define your problem. What is the problem you're trying to solve, right? Because if your business is not solving a problem, it's going to be really hard to get customer to go out of their way to come to you, even if it's free. There's a billion applications, and it's not because you create an application that's a little bit better than others that people are going to automatically go right to it, especially if you don't have a big marketing budget, right? So you need a well-defined problem of what you do. It could be more short form, it could be more long form. The one we chose right now is quite extensive. We might try to make it smaller. And then we are currently breaking down this problem into 3 problems because we're naming 3 in the summary, right? So you're gonna want to talk about your problem, then you're gonna want to go towards your solution, why your product solves that problem, and then you're gonna go more in details about the aspects that you're putting here on the right side. So you're going to go into those. Then you're going to want to talk about the market, and that is mostly for investors, right? So you're going to want to say, okay, what's the opportunity here? Is it a market that is growing, that is stable, or it's going down, right? Market research. Then this page is a little bit more of a visionary page where you want to explain in what direction you see the market going in the future and what your role in that is going to be, right? So you're always going to want to present it like there's a pivot in the market right now. And this is why for an investment, this is really the best time to invest because there's a huge pivot and you're at the forefront of it, right? So this is the page about that. And then you're going to want to go over your mission and your vision and then your revenues, expectations. Finally, you're going to want to talk about your business model, your team, what you're raising, and you end with a quote. Now, you'll notice in my pitch deck, it's about 50% done. It's not done at all. It takes a lot of time. But the beauty of a pitch deck is that it's going to force you to take all your ideas that you have about your startup and condense it into 10 to 15 pages, right? The hard part is going to be not to fill these pages with a lot of fluff. A lot of we're going to change the world because we're great, right? It's going to require a little bit of groundedness and things that can actually be executed, right? Somebody has to look at your pitch deck and see the bigger vision, but also see that you are aware of the next few steps ahead of you that you need to be doing, right? So this was the example of my pitch deck to help you out a little bit. Hopefully that helps. Now, doing a pitch deck is going to require you a lot of energy, a lot of FFA, a lot of thinking out the box, a lot of trying to make it look pretty, even though that's not your primary skill, right? But you got to somehow find joy in doing this. Spend 1 hour, 2 hours on it, then take a break, then go back. Start with something. Don't make it perfect. Just go through 10 pages, right? So you could, if you were to do 10 pages, you could do an intro page, what it is, what's the problem, what's the solution, and then jump straight into where's the future going in your market, and that's it, and your business model, right? So that's about 7 pages. Start with that. Start simple. You could find some templates online, right? So if you go template, pitch deck, and let's say you're in tech, skip the sponsored as always. You're going to be able to find these websites that provide a lot of pitch decks, right? That you're going to be able to fill up, like this one, right? That's going to be really useful to you, especially if you don't have any like art skills. Just choose a template that is already made and then fill it out with your own information. So I wish you good luck. I want you to create your pitch deck. I want you to contact me if you want to share it with me, if you want some opinions. Creating a pitch deck is one of the core steps into you moving forward. And with every video we do together, whenever I show you about business plan, about the value proposition, when I show you about hiring, getting these programs, you got to do the steps. You can't just listen to the video for entertainment and then leave and not do anything. You should be taking those during the video and applying everything you see before you watch the next one. So I wish you great luck. I'll see you tomorrow. Visionary out.
You look so sweet and you're so goddamn fine. Oh, I wanna make you